Well, good morning, scrappers, scrapettes, planet lovers, recyclers, everywhere. Scrappy D back with another video. I finally am going to get around to putting up the cable boxes. And this has got some weight. This is a DirecTV box. And what else have we got? This one is a Frontier. I just took one of these apart to see what was going to be in it. Actually had a hard drive, had a nice CPU, a nice heat sink, nice piece of aluminum, and a pretty good board. I'm still tossing around how to grade this board. I'll show you. They weren't too bad to scrap. You got to remember, with a lot of this electronic scrap, you got to get these sticky feet off, because sometimes there's a security screw under there. Hope everybody's having a nice Saturday. Mine is very quiet. This is an Aris. Some of these, they were so new, they still had the plastic over them, over the front. You know, that film they put on there? I am finding a lot of these lately, and I truly believe the reason why is a lot of people are switching to fiber internet, and it's a much smaller box. So as they upgrade, well, in are coming these guys. I met a guy who wanted to sell me a Gaylord box full of them, and I said, yeah, I don't really need to buy them. I have plenty. If you'd like me to take them, I'd be glad to, but I actually gave him the name of somebody who will buy them. You know, I'm not like that. There's plenty of money for everybody. In fact, they gave him two names. I said, you know, for me to buy these, I'm not going to make any money. I got to get them free. Because there's just, there's not a lot in them. So there's a screw here. There's a screw here. Maybe I took that out already. It has been quite a busy scrap week for me here. A lot of times when I scrap things, I'm preparing for my next trip or my next packing load. So in this case, I've spent a lot of today cleaning material to take to the scrapyard in Meriden, where I'm hoping to go on Monday. I was able to get a load of metal off to the metal yard today. Just, I don't want the mess everywhere. And so I'm loading bins full of power supplies without wires, hard drives without boards, wire in general. And I've got a lot of aluminum ready to sell. That can go to my local yard. So on Monday, well, actually probably on Sunday, I'll start loading Big Red up and get ready for Meriden. So whatever I scrap today is either going to get shipped to board sort on Monday or brought up to Meriden on Monday. Okay, I think I got all of those. I do have power tools. It's not that I don't, it's just that they're really noisy, and the camera, I can't talk over that, so. I did a live stream this morning, and I can't get the darn thing to download so I can repost it, but I am working on that. I think it might just be a very long live stream, and it probably won't be ready for me to download until tomorrow. That's the downside of live streams, I think. Okay. Just looking to see if there's anything else. This was actually different from the last one I did. Alright. Let's start pushing, pulling, and prying. There is a school of thought about just taking them outside and bashing the crap out of them with a hammer. Well, I suppose I could do that, but that, my friends, is just going to make more mess. I think I missed one. I have arthritis in my hands, and my hands are not always the strongest, unfortunately. Okay. There we go. So once I get this opened, I usually leave a screwdriver in there so it doesn't close on me again. And then I'll work this, then I'll just work my way over. They're really not too bad to scrap out. You probably can be selective about which ones you want to scrap and which ones you don't. Some are definitely better than others. I did a Frontier a little while ago, just like I said, to see, you know, I'd like to have some idea how to scrap these things before I try to go live with it. Okay. And it should. That wasn't nice. Plastic. So this is aluminum. I already know that because I took one apart already. There's a nice chip under here. And I'm going to take this off because I'm going to try and sell this as a low-grade telecom board. My feeling is there's enough stuff on there to justify that. So to do that, I'm going to have to get these off, which I will. I actually went up and I watched Board Sort's video on peripheral boards, and you know, this is a good enough board that I think I could get telecom low grade if I just take this junk off of it. I'm going to have a box, a good sized box of these by the time I'm done, and I will snap a quick picture of it and send it to Board Sort, which is where I intend to ship these to, and you know, get their opinion before I submit an invoice. I think that's just the right thing to do. It's easiest. 9 times out of 10 I'm right, so I don't worry too much. This could easily go as a high-grade peripheral board, just as it is. I gotta get that off, of course. Peripheral boards have visible gold and are fairly well populated. You can get these if you nip this plastic. You see it flies everywhere. You gotta be careful, protect your face, cut it, point it away from you. Be careful not to pull the chip off that's underneath here. Otherwise you're gonna have very little choice about the sellers. So some people will scream, no, 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 it's an integrated motherboard. No, 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 it's not. But it is a very good board. I'm going to put this as telecom. I think low. It's populated fairly well without a lot of junk on it, but I don't feel it's densely populated enough to warrant telecom high. And when I do these, I will put everything that's the same in a box together. So if my buyer upgrades or downgrades me, as the case may be, it's not a big deal. That's aluminum, and I don't think that's a bad board at all. I think it very clearly qualifies for telecom low. Okay, I'm going to do a different model. I'm going to do another one. Clean aluminum. So what I really basically wound up getting some aluminum. These are gold ends. Definitely keep those. I got a little bit of wire and some shred. Okay. August 2014. Huh. Satellite TV. I was at the dump yesterday and getting rid of plastic and other recyclable materials. I do try to recycle as much as I can. It's part of why I scrap these computers. You gotta get that off so you can get this off. This has got some weight to it. I'm pretty sure I'll find a hard drive in there. I don't think I took one of the, well, I don't know if I took this exact model apart yet today. I've got a lot of these. Oh, anyway, so I was at the transfer station. This guy pulls in with a dump trailer full of electronics. You know, I went over and I said, I said, are you interested in selling any of that? He said, sell it. He said, I'm going to dump it. You can have it. I said, awesome. And I helped him unload it, and we exchanged information. He is an IT specialist, and he was removing outdated technology and just going to put it in the electronics bin at the dump. But he was nice enough to dump a lot of it into my truck before he did so. I got a lot of laptops. I'm hoping to work with him. I told him I would actually meet him at his job site, and I would very gladly help him carry stuff out and remove stuff, for no charge. He's going to be nice enough to give me the... That's gold flashing, by the way. Those of you who are into gold recovery. I'm not. I'll save stuff and I'll sell it, but I don't want those chemicals. So anyway, yes, that was a very nice thing to have happen. I was really quite happy about it. Pretty sure I can just pry this guy out of its case. Yep. Again, when you're prying stuff, always away from your face. Boy, that was easy. Spoke too soon. This reminds me a lot of the Nintendo we took apart. Not the Nintendo, the Xbox we took apart last week. I'm going to hope I have a screwdriver that will fit in here. This has a security bit, and a regular screwdriver isn't going to fit. I'm going to pause this for a second, and I'm going to go grab my other bit set. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to be a case of I have everything but the one I need. Let's hope not. So, I don't know if you can see that there's a hole in the top. So these are Torx screwdrivers with a hole in the top, because in here is like a little piece of metal, and crap, I don't have the bit I need. Rats. Everything but the one I need. Alright, so I'm going to just have to put this one aside. think. I'm going to try getting it from the other side though to see if I can. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get a security bit to do that. It rots. Big fat cow cookies. Wait a minute, that one might fit. Let's find out. One more try and then we move on to something else. I have probably 10 other kinds to do here. That's why I didn't do this video last week, because I didn't have the right tool. So if you don't have a security bit set, you can take an angle grinder and you can make a cut right across the screw and then just remove it with a flathead, which is what I'm going to probably wind up doing. I just don't want to do it here at my kitchen table. It's not something I do in the kitchen. Let's see if I can get this apart another way. I don't think so though. Yeah, see, these are all security bits. Wah. I get everything but the one I need. You actually need to have two sets. You need to have a set of metric and a set of standard. That's really rots. It's like they're all, I feel like I'm doing the Three Bears. This one's just right. This one's too big. This one's too small. Crap. Okay. Well, let's put that off to the side. And find something I can scrap. This is the same thing. This is DirecTV. I think I can get this one apart. This is a Frontier Aris. I did one of these this morning. I should be okay to do that one with you. Sorry about the other one, guys. Yeah, this one takes a star bit, but it doesn't have the security bit, so this one I can actually get off. This is a really good set of tools, guys. You can get them at Home Depot. Not that I'm endorsing anybody, I'm not. There's probably, I think, 8 different size Torx screws in there. And yeah, pretty decent. So annoyed about the security bit that I keep everything but the one I need. Yes, I dropped the whole bunch and they got wet. Yes, they did. Actually, I'm going to put some 3-in-1 oil on there, and or penetrating oil. I'll let them soak overnight and see if I can clean them up. They're not really expensive, but when you have stuff you want to do, you know. How's the weather where you guys are? I hope it's nice. Doesn't seem to be too much to this one. Ethernet. Oh man, this sucker's old. But Ethernet means gold pins. There will be gold pins in there, which will be really nice. Alright. Godzilla! I went out to eat last night at a very interesting restaurant. The food was delicious. I'd been once before. One of my teachers that used to work at my music studio. We're right around the same age. We became really good friends, even after, you know, she left to take a regular teaching position. But we are still friends. We've been friends a long time. And we went out to dinner last night, and it was a farm-to-table restaurant. I have a cousin who owns several up in the Concord, Massachusetts area and in Boston. It's completely farm to table. So they they raise and grow their own produce and meat, and it's very healthy. So, really intriguing business model. So it was a restaurant like that. Okay, so you've got some nice gold pins, ends in there. The food was delicious, really nice. And we did have a nice evening. Okay. I won't get a DVD player out of this one. I'll get some nice aluminum. I probably will leave these on because they are full of gold, and that's part of the grading for this one. So I'm hoping to get it clean enough to sell as a low-grade telecom board. A lot of DVDs and things, and these kind of things, a lot of them wind up selling as peripheral boards. But let's see what's under here before I make that call. There's nothing to unscrew here. This should just come off. You gotta be careful when you're taking these off. Now, to even warrant any kind of telecom board, you gotta get all the garbage off of it. If you send in a garbagey board full of stuff, they're gonna just throw it into low-grade boards, and rightly so. Okay, so this is actually connected. There's a little connecting pin here. It's not a screw, but it's a connecting pin nonetheless. Wonders wonders usually work. I should be wearing gloves. I'm very well aware of that. E-scrap is quite sharp, and yes, you can cut yourself quite badly on it. Trust me, I've done it. I absolutely should be wearing gloves, no question. Okay. Aluminum and copper guys are doing really well right now, by the way, the commodities market. Come on, get off there, you booger. There we go. I didn't quite cut through. Oh, boo, what a disappointment this is. Wah. Wouldn't you think with a big old heat sink like that, there'd be something good underneath? Wah. Wow, that kind of stinks. I'm going to test this with the magnet and make sure there's nothing sticky. Yeah, that's this is sticky, so I have to sticks to the magnet sticky. So I'm going to need to get that off, and then I can put this in with clean aluminum. And that's just a little pin. It's going to break right off. I'm not worried about it. There we go. Don't leave this stuff on the board, because if your yard runs a magnet over it and it comes up sticky, they're going to downgrade your whole load to irony. Okay, I did get that pin out. It's gone. No stick. No, there's no stick there now. Okay, that's a nice piece of clean aluminum. This is aluminum. If there's stickiness to it, you have to put it in with what's called Irony Light. Okay, now I'm going to try and clip these from the bottom so I don't have E-scrap flying everywhere. These are awesome. They're not super heavy duty, but they're called flush pliers. Really great for cutting gold pins, and really great for little things like this. You can get right flush to the board. I use them in my workshop for restringing guitars and violins, and they work really well for that. But they are really great for e-scrapping. usually nip things off the boards, guys, but sometimes, you know, you just, you do. I'm not going to take that off. It doesn't weigh anything. I'm going to attempt to get this off. If I get it off, great. If I don't, you know, back with it. There we go. Just like that. Well, this is a very nice chip. This is a Broadcom chip. These are gold filled. If they were plasticky rubbish or these kind of things, I'd give it another whole thought. I'm going to go Telecom low on this board. That's a nice Broadcom chip. We're fairly well populated. There's not a lot of junk on here per se because these are filled with gold pins, so they're really not junk. The back is okay. I am going to go Telecom low grade. I'm comfortable with that. These are not transformers. They're something else. I don't know what they are. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And because I'm going to ask him for Telecom, I'm not going to take these gold pins off. If it was going into low grade board, yeah, I'd grab the pins all day, every day. But, you know, it's so borderline. I want to be fair to my buyer, and I don't want my stuff getting downgraded. Okay, so again, you're going to have to just nip these little clips off. Just twist and pull, they'll come right out. Just like that. Your yard will get penalized by their buyer if there's steel in their aluminum load, and you're talking about getting downgraded by a whole tractor trailer. So that's, you know, they are a little fussy about it, and they have to be, you know. So sort your stuff well, be fair to your yard. Okay, that's clean. Alright, let's see if I have anything else that doesn't need a freaking security screw. I'm so mad about that. Stratford Department of Public Safety. This is not a cable box or some such thing. Well, all the rest of these are DirecTV. So I'm going to cut the video there. I really don't want to. I'd like to have made it a little longer. But you know what? There's always another day. So, Scrappy D wishing you a wonderful rest of your weekend. I hope you found the video informative. And, you know, I do these to help you make a decision about what you want to pick and what you don't. If you get stuck by an e-scrap, you better know what's in there, because you're going to, you know, if I had bought this stuff from that guy, I would have lost money. Even at 10 cents a piece. They weren't worth it. So, yeah. All right. Have a nice day. I wish everybody well. That's the first board we got. And this is the second. As I said, because of the gold pins and the really nice pin chip here, I am comfortable with Telecom low on this. Never Telecom high. It's not populated enough, and it does have some stuff on it. So I'm okay with that. I'm going to be continuing to working on scrapping and sorting and trying to get out to Meriden on Monday. I am cutting all the wires off of my power supplies. I'll be selling, I don't know how many pounds of power supplies without wires. That I definitely will get done. Cable Management in Meriden pays the best price on wire locally. They have like 5 different grades of wire. They're excellent. Very, very nice. They also will buy my hard drives without boards. The boards I do sell to Board Sort. They do pay the best on those. And yeah, so, you know, I got Big Red emptied out. I'm going to take it to the car wash before I start filling it. But I am going to get the loads. I am going to get the load prepared. I'm going to get everything into bins. Go get Big Red washed, cleaned, and vacuumed. And, you know, get ready to load it up tomorrow and go off to the scrapyard. Alright, everybody be well. Take care of yourself. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry guys, I'm really tired. I was out past my bedtime last night, but I did have a nice time. Alright, stay wonderful. God bless. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.